Okay, so how I created a seven-figure company in Web3, and well, the things that I learned on the way, right? So the first thing is how I created it. The year was 2020. It was my first year at university, and I was trying part-time jobs, and it really didn't feel right to me. I felt really off, and I just had the idea that I should start something by myself. And it was right when the NFTs were booming. A lot of people were buying them, and I realized that a lot of those collections were being made by individual like artists. And when you're dealing with an individual, there's a lot of problems that can happen, right? You never know what you're going to get. So there are some people that are going to be very good, but there are some people that are going to be very bad, and they're just not going to deliver what they promise, and they're going to steal money from you. And that happens. That really happens. So I thought that, well, if no one is doing this in a professional way, I should do it. And that's what I did. I created a company that would, take these artists, and we would make sure that everything was delivered on time and with good quality. And that was something that was really lacking at the time. So in the start, how I did it, well, I didn't have any money, I didn't have any artists working for me, and I didn't have any clients. So the main thing is I need to get clients first. You always doesn't matter what, you always need to get clients first so that you can start making money, so that you can start your company. Whatever else that's not money doesn't matter in the start. So I start DMing people, a lot of influencers, not normal, like I mean, not like people that had power inside the space, uh, and I DM'd them. For me, being very straightforward and honest, saying like, "Look, I just started this company, and I think the idea is great, and give me a shot. I'm going to do it for free for you, and if you like it, you can go and use it, do whatever you want with it. And if you don't like it, I apologize. It's going to be for free." Basically it. Of course, I didn't say that if you don't like part, you should not say that, just to clarify. But yeah, so moving on, we go to the message that I sent, right? And this was a professional message. Like I would say, like it was more professional than a peer-to-peer. It was more like a business-to-person message, but it was also very straightforward. And most of these people would not reply, which is normal. When you're creating a business, you gotta, deal with rejection, which is it's okay. But a few people, actually two people, replied to me, and they said, "Cool, buddy, can you do this for me?" And I said, 100%. And by that time, what I did was like I started messaging artists, and when I say artists, I mean like a lot of artists, like I think over like 100 artists, because the offer was very bad. I didn't have any, like I had like really like $100 to my name, and I did not want to spend $100. So the offer was very bad, but I said like, if this goes well, then we're going to grow together, and that was what I was aiming for, right? So I got one artist that would help me out, and I'm very grateful for him to this day. And we were working together for a couple of years. After that, he followed his way, and I'm very grateful. And basically, we started doing it, and the client really liked it. And what happened at that moment is that he started to introduce us to other people, and especially because we chose to look for someone that has a lot of connections. This person started to introduce us, not to like they started to introduce us to businesses, to big businesses, to other big influencers. And because our business were based on referrals, that was amazing, because it's just a gold mine, right? But at that moment I realized that when you run a business, you should never complain to a client. If the client has crazy demands, you should, especially in the start, you should always follow the crazy demands. And that became the motto of the company. So didn't matter what was like the trouble, didn't matter how many revisions, we would do it, because that was what was keeping our bread, like people like bringing projects to us, right? So that was what we did. So yeah, basically, so just for me to clarify everything and just to summarize, we started by DMing people on Twitter, both artists and big influencers. Then we did deliver the project for free, and then this guy introduced us to other people, and these people started working with us. They liked and introduced us to more people, and then more people, and then more people, and then more people. And it reached to a point of which I needed to start expanding, and like, sorry, and like I couldn't really handle all the management by myself, and then we started hiring people for that, and the company started to grow. On the way, though, there were especially three main lessons that I learned, and I'm going to share them with you right now. The first one is, doesn't matter what happened, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, it's always your responsibility. As the owner, as the business owner, and the face of the company, you should always be, you know, the person to blame. You should never, especially like if you're in a chat or if you're in a meeting with a client, you should never blame your employee. It's always your fault. It's always your fault. So make sure that you have the right people, and make sure that even if like the person is a perfect employee, that you have a backup. And when I say that, I really mean it, because when you're starting a company, and now we went to the second advice, when you're starting a company, you 100% will find a lot of bad people on the way. And when I say this, I don't mean on the like clients, and on the client side, there are going to be a lot of difficult clients for sure, but especially on the people that you are hiring. For you to find the perfect fit, it's going to take time. And in this, you know, in this time it's taking, you're receiving orders, and you got to figure something out. So it's very, very troublesome. There was so many times that people scam me. There was so many times that like artists would simply not work because they would like find an excuse like, oh yeah, I need to go to a party, oh I need to do this, and they would not work. And like in my mind it was like, it doesn't make any sense. You're getting paid, why aren't you doing it? But at the same time, I was the person responsible to make sure everything was in order for the client, doesn't matter what. And now we went to the last advice regarding clients and employees. The word can be falling inside your company. The word like could be getting destroyed. Like no one is showing up. It doesn't matter. When you're talking to a client, your duty is to make sure he thinks everything is correct, everything is alright. And while you do that, you gotta make sure that the product is delivered on time. Because if you only do one, then you're going to be a scammer. But you gotta do both, because you gotta deliver on time, and you gotta make sure that doesn't matter what's happening in the background, for the client, it's all amazing. This is all you gotta do. This is all you need to know. And if you guys have interest in knowing the types of messages that I sent at that time, how I built my website and all these things, I will just record another video. Just drop a comment, and let me know what you guys want to know. If you have any questions or anything, and I would love to clarify all these things. Cheers.